Hello, I'm DM Wisdom.
I'm DM Zoff.
And just released a few moments ago was a brand new product from Agranak Studios.
Hell yeah!
So we're going to take a look at it today. It is a one-shot adventure for old school essentials. Obviously, you could play it with B, X, D&D, or other similar OSR game.
That's pretty cool. Is this a pirate game?
No, I know. You see the kind of skull and crossbones, but it's not crossbones. Those are shillelaghs.
The hell's a shillelagh?
A black thorn tree turned into a weapon of destruction.
Okay, so you got this Irish theme going on.
Yeah. Dance of the Leprechaun. Only $3.17. Let's get into it. So the very first page spread that you see here is the main overall map, adventure secrets, the magic items that can be found here, and two different tables for leprechaun names, either normal Irish traditional names or whimsical leprechaun names.
Well, let's roll on one of these. I've got a 20 here. Let's roll on the whimsical table. Alright, let's see here. Number 6. Hecklehog. That's a weird name.
Yeah, well, it's whimsical names. You got this table for whimsical names and also a table for regular Irish traditional names.
You got names at your fingertips, ready to go, ready to name your leprechaun.
And then right here's our landing page with credits, the art, cartography, layout, design, and written by myself.
Wow. You did all of it?
Yeah, I was kind of bored because we've been in a state of disaster here in Southern California.
Yeah, with all that snow coming down. What'd you get, like 12 and a half feet?
Yeah, where I live, I got 12 and a half feet of snow over just a few days. So, yeah, I had plenty of time to pump out this one-shot scenario.
All right.
So, the basic idea behind this is that for the last few years, on or around St. Patrick's Day, I've hosted a one-on-many battle in an arena against a leprechaun.
Well, that's kind of mean. Aren't leprechauns weak?
Well, yeah, I had to buff it up to take on 5th to 8th level characters. I kind of use like a dragon as the inspiration. So like for old school essentials, the leprechaun has like 36 hit points.
Kind of buff.
Yeah, really buff. So anyways, I would do that. And that's basically where the inspiration came from, is basically fueled by Guinness, Jameson whiskey, and pipeweed.
I get it. Time to party. Haha. Let the shenanigans begin. Haha.
All right, on to the next page. Here is the leprechaun, flavor text, and stats and all of that. He does have 36 hit points, has an AC of 2 or an ascending armor class of 17. He has the shillelagh, 1d6 plus 1, and then that shillelagh's magical does an additional 1d6 points of like rainbow radiant sort of damage, or he can cast spells.
Looks like he's really resistant to magic, plus 4.
Yeah, that's actually normal for leprechauns, is a plus 4, so I kept that the same. But he's got these magical powers, which are spells. He gets color spray, detect illusion, hypnotic pattern, invisibility, minor illusion, rainbow pattern.
And magic powers 3 times a day, illusion, and magic powers 1 time a day, trigger illusion.
Once he finally dies, because that's really the point of this, he will explode into a small patch of clovers covering the ground, and he will actually leave his magic items behind.
Cool.
So here it is, Dance of the Leprechaun. I have some suggestions here for the Dungeon Master, the level guide, why to quest, and kind of getting you set up for the hook, the duration, and the pacing. So 10 minutes for a setup, 10 to 15 for being on location, not adventuring and getting to the place, but you actually just are dropped there, and then 2 to 3 hours inside the leprechaun's manor, and then the descent into the Rock of Sham, the brawl itself for 30 to 45 minutes, and then the aftermath, gaining the treasure and anything else that you want to do.
All right, straightforward. Awesome.
And then I have a full page of magic items. Some of them are reskinned, others are completely new. A reskinned one is the Ring of the Leprechaun. I've used this in my campaigns from time to time.
Oh, that's kind of like the Ring of Summon Genie, or Jijin, or Jin.
Yeah. Something like that. It has the ability to summon one leprechaun that is commanded by you for up to 1 hour per day or until the leprechaun reaches 0 hit points.
Alright, cool. And you've got a shillelagh of Morgul, and that's actually the shillelagh that the leprechaun has.
Yeah, and so it is magical, and it does that additional 1d6 points of magical damage up to 3 times a day. It's a burst of prismatic colors from the head of the weapon, and some of these other things. I'm not going to go into too much detail here.
Alright, the hook. Cool. Nice picture.
Thank you.
Let me read this. An old hermit druid known to many has given a stark warning to all the people of the village for many years. Do not disturb the clover field at the west end of the village speckled with toadstools, for the wrath of the leprechaun would be swift and complete. The admonition was heeded for many tens of years. Until recently, people of the village have become forgetful and their children have not been taught properly. The young children of the village have begun to trample the clover field and toadstools while frolicking and playing near the banks of the nearby stream. Just over the bridge, all was quiet for a time, but now the children have begun to transform and mutate. Some have sprouted a wing, some 2 out of their backs, or horns atop their heads. Others have shrank in stature, and still others have had their feet turned into cloven hooves. Cursed they are. This morning the old druid appeared and restated the warning, but it was too late for some children, as they had already faded into the fairy realm, disappearing entirely. The other youth are mutating quickly, and their desperate families fear that their fate will be the same as the other children. The clerics and priests have tried to remove the curse, but to no avail. The druid states the only hope is to destroy the leprechaun that placed this curse on the village. Time is short, and dusk is near. Ha 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 ha.
And there's other hooks if that one doesn't suit your fancy. And basically, I have an idea here. A cleric who needs to recover the shillelagh of Morgul for the church before midnight. An order has hired our heroes to retrieve Lydir's shoes before midnight. A crazed wizard has offered the heroes an amount of gold to retrieve Bree's cauldron before, you guessed it, midnight, or some other appropriate timer. So basically, the druid tells the party where they need to go. It's down in a rattling bog in the valley. Oh.
Oh my god, really? You put that in there?
Yeah, that's funny as hell. Anyways, they go down there and they see this tree. A fairy creature tells them that the door will be revealed at basically sundown. And then when it is, they can pop in there. And there's also a secret entrance if you want to add that. Also, over here on the right, there's adventure secrets that can be revealed throughout, some true and some false.
Alright, here's the meat of it, huh?
Yeah, right here. So you have the map. It shows what is available on this page. We've got entrance, dining room, kitchen, cellar, gallery, bedroom, and treasure room. And everything's laid out here all on this one-page spread. And then using dungeon crawling rules from Old School Essentials, you'd want to roll for random encounters, a 1 or 2 on a d6, depending on how intense you want it to be. And then here's my random encounter table.
Isn't that based on Dungeon Masterpiece's random encounter tables?
Yeah, it's exactly that. So you have the encounter, what the creature is, the behavior of that creature, and then the complication. You roll 3d6. I'll just do that right now. I got a 1, a 5, and a 4. So a 1 is a pixie, a 5 is cautious is the behavior, and a 4 is hungry. So you can roleplay and deal with that encounter however you want. The example here tells you how to use this table. Roll 3d6 and apply the 3 results to each column. For example, you roll the following: 4, 3, and 5. Results would be a mimic eating cake and looking for gold.
Oh, that's awesome. That could be funny.
When I did the playtest, we didn't get that one, but man, when I was rolling on this table beforehand, I think that came up like 4 or 5 times. You really, you can roll or you can pick. If you like that idea of a mimic eating cake and looking for gold, and maybe it's not even hostile towards the characters that are inside the manor, then so be it. Roleplay it as you will.
Next page. Alright, so this is the back part of the manor, areas F through J.
So here on this page, we got the library, brewery, cobblery, atrium, smoking room.
Hey, cobblery's not a real word.
Yeah, well, I took some poetic license. I thought it fit.
Alright. Do what you want.
So there's a random encounter table for this area, for areas F through J. These are all the different things. It shows you what's in each area, the atmosphere, what's going on. Let's just take a look at the library right here in detail so that you know kind of where I'm going here. You want to read this?
Sure. The smell of a peat fire permeates the room from the round fireplace. This circular fireplace peers into Area D. Oh, so you can look through it.
Yeah, that's right.
Leather-bound books adorn the U wood bookcases, as in Y-E-W. There are 4 bookcases in total, as well as a reading chair. A soft yellow light illuminates the room from an unknown source. There is a book on a wooden pedestal. The pages are turning, and a disembodied voice is reading from it. The words sound like gibberish. After a short while, the other books fly off the shelves and strike all those within the room. They are yelling out, "Read me!" The books will reshelve themselves once the trespassers exit the room. So there's like an encounter built in?
Yeah, not in every place, and that's where the random encounters come in, but there are whimsical and weird, strange, fairy realm-like things that are happening because you are actually in the fairy, or the fae, or for those that are 5e knowledgeable, the Feywild.
Alright, awesome.
So right here, this is the last page, and this is the Rock of Sham, and you can see from the map here that this is roughly 4-leaf shamrock shape.
Ah, that's why you called it the Rock of Sham. It's a sham rock. Okay.
That's what you get from the likes of me. So at any rate, there are 4 different traps in here. 2 of them are pit traps and others are teleportation traps that take you back to Area J, which is the smoking room. Lots of fun stuff. And within here, there are helping hands. I believe that, yeah, there's 2 to begin with, and here are the monsters you can choose from. Pseudo-dragon, sprite, brownie, dryad, pixie, satyr, or just roll at random. Like for instance, I would roll on the fly even. I rolled a brownie and also a pixie. So to start with, round 1, not only is the leprechaun here, but those 2 monsters are as well. Then every 4th round, or every 1d4 rounds, another monster will show up.
Wow, this has the potential of getting out of hand really quick.
Yeah, it does. So you may want to use that sparingly, maybe not start off with any monsters. It's up to you. I didn't start off with any monsters, and it was a decent length of a battle, probably 45 minutes with 4 different players, and it went well, and it was fun. But I do think that to have that diversion of another monster or 2 is a good idea.
Alright, and I see Dragon Illusion.
Yeah, on the 4th round, no matter what, a green dragon materializes. It is a triggered illusion spell, so it's a 20-foot cube that this green dragon pops up in. Put him anywhere, and this will also divert attention. And this actually plays into the secrets to be revealed that are here, like at the beginning of the book. Number 5 is the leprechaun keeps a green dragon as a pet. Now this is false, but the leprechaun uses a green dragon as an illusion spell.
So it's partially true.
Yes, kinda, yeah, absolutely. Here it is, Dance of the Leprechaun from Agranak Studios. We hope you have a great St. Patrick's Day this coming week. Drive through RPG, Dance of the Leprechaun, a one-shot scenario. The link is in the description. Price is $3.17. If you can't afford that right now, we know times are tough for a lot of people. Go ahead and put in $0. Yeah, have a copy on us. Thanks for watching and have an awesome rest of your day.
Later, everyone. Alright, do this and do that and do this and do that. And watch this video.